Hi, it's Greg Schwem. Today I'm in San Francisco, California, and this is a comedian crashes your pad.
Ah, the city by the bay. It's beautiful, it's weird, and man is it expensive. That kumquat purchase, probably about 20 bucks. I was here to do stand-up comedy for a group of insurance executives, as well as pad crash, as well as check out some of these companies who take a lot of my money.
I'm outside the new Uber headquarters. Just called for a ride, just to see if the driver can find this place. Behind me, that's Airbnb headquarters. You know, with all the segments I've done for this series where I've stayed in their properties, you'd think they could invite me inside. I do like to walk, just not this far.
It is a great walking city, providing you have a map, you're not afraid of heights, and you have about 12 changes of clothes.
I never know how to pack when I go to San Francisco, because everybody who lives here has a very different idea of what the weather is in this city. I shot this the other day. This is just right outside. This is classic San Francisco. Look at this. Guy in t-shirt and shorts about to pass woman wearing winter parka. And both these people look perfectly comfortable.
The smell of weed is everywhere. This building, very aptly named. This is why Uber was invented. Somebody came to this hill and said, I can't do it, I'll just hop in the first car that stops. I'm actually staying across the bay right here. This is a 10-bedroom mansion. Although it sounds kind of strange to say a comedian crashes your mansion. After a long day, it's always nice to come home to your mansion, even though most people who come home to their mansions don't have to knock first. Hey there, you must be EJ.
I'm EJ.
EJ, how are you?
Good to meet you.
And you have somebody with you.
I have Bongo here. Bongo fell off a retaining wall.
Oh boy.
So he's a little bit sedated right now, as required by the doctor.
I've never interviewed a home share host with a sedated dog at the same time, so this should be interesting.
I'm third generation Oakland. My grandfather and my father were both born here. This is a historic district of Oakland. It was where they built all the mansions back in the late 1800s. And this is one of the best examples still standing. This house was built by the widow of a silver miner, and she's a great feminist story. She built it in her own name, always held it in her own name despite being remarried. So I believe this is foyer 1, and that is foyer 2.
We have 2 foyers.
The greatest thing about the house being this big with all these different spaces spread among 3 floors is that there's plenty of space for everybody to be together, and at the same time there's space for people to be apart. They've rented it all together because they want to be together, but at some point people need their downtime.
You want to head upstairs?
Sure.
Okay. Is this staircase 1 or staircase 2?
This is staircase 1.
There's more than one staircase too.
Back in the day, they built servant staircases as well. So there is a back staircase. It's not nearly as grand and comfortable as this staircase.
All right. Can you get servants in this place, or is that extra?
This is one of my favorite beds too. It's just this massive velvet. Kind of look at it as like what Alice in Wonderland might have slept in.
What's it like to stay in a mansion all by yourself?
It just, the question why comes to mind. It's very, I would not stay here by myself usually just because it seems like, how am I possibly going to make use of all of these rooms? This house has slept as many as 100 people. So I certainly don't need that much space. There's a higher and better use than EJ for this house.
Do you live close by?
I do live close by.
Okay, so
yeah.
you're kind of the RA, the college RA of the entire place.
I think I may have my business card say that from now on. I like that a lot. This is the top floor. You can see all the architectural details, the eaves. We've got air hockey up here, shuffleboard, just a whole lot of games in that armoire over there.
The original owner of this place, I probably didn't envision this as a game room up top, right?
So surprisingly, she did. They dined downstairs, then they did something on the next floor, and then they retired to the attic for cards and dancing. So this has been a game room for 130 years. When you read about this house, which there's a lot of articles from the late 1800s in a column called The Gossiper, people just sat down and talked. Like they talked, they celebrated together, and you realized that's what there was for entertainment, was other people. And it's really wonderful. And a wonderful thing is that people still do that here. There's only one TV. It's sort of tucked away. Nobody has ever asked for a TV.
That's fascinating.
They come here, they want to be together.
And very bizarre in this age of always being connected.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we've got really good Wi-Fi.
Well, so long, San Francisco. I'll be back. There were a few places I wasn't able to get to, for obvious reasons.